an update on the old Winchester 1977. If you recall, I tried doing a trigger pull change on it and it just didn't work. I've reinstalled the factory trigger. Actually, it's working better than it did before because I did have to clean it, and I think I put a new O-ring in. I just got through testing it and ran it through the Crony with the Excite hammer, and I gained 10 feet per second. When I did the original video on this, it was out at my in-laws farm, and at the time I hadn't been doing standard deviations and didn't do larger sample sizes. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to introduce a new pellet, Winchester Round Nose, and we'll see how it does. We're going to try shooting 177 at 25 yards. I haven't had a lot of luck shooting that far out with these. Even though this says it's a Winchester pellet, don't get that confused with Winchester, made by Olin Corporation in Alton, Illinois. These are made in Spain. Just getting that straight, but they are taking the Winchester name, so let's hope they can live up to it. For this video, I'm putting on my Simmons 4x32 scope, which is the same scope I use on my Daisy 880, and it does great with that. The first time I've used the Simmons on this one. We'll see how it does. If it does good, I'm leaving it on there. I ran it through the chronograph. I did a sample size of 10 for the Winchester Round Nose. Average speed is 828 feet per second. Kinetic energy is 11.4 foot-pounds, and the standard deviation is 5, so decent figures. So I added a scope, the Simmons 4x32. Time to get her zeroed. I'm going to make the final adjustments here. One of the good things about the Simmons scopes are that they're easy to get the clicks down, up 3 and over to the right 3. Now that I've made that last correction, we should be pretty close. One thing about these, you can definitely feel a lot more resistance. If you want to see why, I have a short on hot rodded parts on the Winchester 1977 and make it much more powerful than the Daisy 880. I'll show you the target here. I still use occasionally the Army's 25 meter zeroing for the M16, primarily because it's easy to judge, kind of estimate how many clicks you need to go. Here's your first reading. I kind of took a wild guess. That's 50 clicks. 9 clicks per square. So once I got that, it was pretty easy to, adjust the scope. 4 adjustments. I'm very surprised with that. 177, especially 25 yards. I can almost call this a day here. Who knows how many? That's at least 10 shots. Okay, there's a little bit more pressure when you shoot in front of a camera, so let's try that. Looks like I did okay. I'm not sure about a quarter. We'll go down and check. Sorry for the lack of live footage, guys. Here's the pattern. Unfortunately, my remote camera, I had been taking still pictures and forgot to reset it to the video function. We have one flyer, but I think it's close enough. It's still a quarter pattern. Barely. Opposing ends touching the quarter. Probably more impressively, a nickel pattern with the flyer. Get a quarter pattern for the Winchester Round Nose. Already shot a quarter size group with this from 25 yards in the day. The problem was the remote camera was set on taking still pictures. Because I guess I'm going to try it again. It's dark now, so on the second go around, Similar type of deal, quarter pattern, but this time I had a flyer. Well, the Winchester pellet lived up to its name. I got a quarter size pattern out of it, and it shoots hard and good. Pleased with the Winchester 1977. I was wondering why they called it the Winchester 1977. My theory is, did you know that in World War I, the British were finding that they were having extreme difficulty with German snipers? The British saw that their Lee Enfield bolt rifle didn't work, so they ordered a specific sniper rifle. It's called the Pattern 1914 Enfield. The Enfield company in England didn't make it. That was made by Winchester. Shortly afterwards, the U.S. Army decided they needed a more accurate rifle as well, and they ordered the same version but chambered in .30-06, and that is called M1917 or the Winchester 1917. My theory is they just changed one digit. Anyways, have a good week.